I thank the Electoral Commission for doing the detailed work of studying the document and approving our candidacy, our candidature. It's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. I congratulate them. I congratulate the Electoral Commission. I want to thank the NRA members for again showing trust in me and electing me as the NRM chairperson for the period 1925-1931, and also for the flag bearer for the period 1926. As we have discussed in our organs, talk about the future, I hope nobody will accuse the Electoral Commission for campaigning for me. When they selected this site here, what I challenged the NRM media team to do is to go and get a satellite picture of 1986, if they can, of this area. Sometimes those pictures are there. Get a satellite picture of this area, this area, which they call Ruboa, Weza, they mix them up. This whole area, up to Gwebaja, if they could get the satellite pictures of 1986 of these areas, and now, then you do not have to campaign much, just show. You Gen Z people, these are Gen Z, The Gen Z, my comrades, my supporters. You should see that picture of 1986 here. This was a coffee chamber here. That's why they call it Ruboa Estate. It was a coffee chamber owned by a British company called Mitchell Courts. Now when you come here, it's amazing. If you, all that you can see. A satellite picture of 1980 now would speak many words rather than just talking. And the 1986 from the satellite, and now, just the picture. So where we are moving to now is to, again, convince the people of Uganda of what has been achieved in the past and what we are planning to do now. At Kololo, I will say more in the afternoon, but really we have got two major thrusts. Thrust number one is plan and investors from outside to completely transform Uganda from a low and middle income country, which we are no longer a least developed country, we are now a low and middle income country, to high middle income country moving towards first country. I think they are now concluding that why that's why there's one of our Asian people to private schools. There are
Thank you. Mr. Kaya. House and
thank you.
kubanga abo abasikira ebyambiyoni ebyo bwe mwaleeta abalala abali ku byabwe ate ne bwe twali tulwana mu by'ettaka bali tebaagala kulwana kuw'ekibanja ffe tulimera kuw'ekibanja somya ekiragiro ky'ettaka tokkirizibwa ekitundu kye abagonyolo ne bagamba nti siringi olukumi lwokka okubagamba nti mulaba abaserikale bankubira saluti sebe nkutegedde sabalwana netulwanga banambozi bali babalimba wano nti ettaka lya Buganda lyabasenzi not the law, because we handled it.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am Shamim Nabakoza. I work within BS Mr.
One question, because remember.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I will begin from the question of democracy. As a father of this nation, how are you entirely preparing it? Just thank you, Mr. President.
Well, this is what I used. I told you that we are point number 3 in our principles is socio-economic transformation. Never cause. Just look around, see here, what do you call this? This one was you had somebody one. Ataba electoral commission bakoze bulungi ne bandeeta wano. Ate namwe ne babaleeta. Ate ne mujja na kamera zammwe mukube ebifaananyi. Mwagala kugenda mu ggulu oba mwagala kugenda mu Geena? Oba mwagala kugenda mu ggulu mulina okubeera ab'amazima. nsomozeza abantu ya ba press batufunire ebifaananyi bino nakati bafune ebyakati ebyawaleero mulabe muteeke mawulire gamwe. So our main work is not just formal democracy, just but transformation. In the speech in the national conference, I gave you the 5 stages, which I don't want to go into now. Recovery, expansion, diversification, value addition, transformation.
Thank you, Your Excellency. With you, BC. My question is the number, you both showed that the numbers between 0 and 18 is 55%, and also 20 to about 19 to 24 is about 22%. In the next Chisanja, we're going to have about a boom of young people, 49%. What is the plan for those young people of a boom of 49% in the next Chisanja?
Mr. Nyangweso. Olumusaada Musambya. Oliotie.
Ndiyo, olibulai.
Nimulai.
Abengo.
Abengo balai. Is what we have told you. Opinion to oppose it. We have told you repeatedly that the answer for all Ugandans for livelihood are the 4 sectors. When we saw the Munange sectors enya obubondo obuna mukamirezi muzikola Zikola mu nkwate anampakanya aveyo tuwakane. There is no other way except the 4 sectors. Sector 1, commercial agriculture. If you have got land, if you want to get out of poverty, route number 1 to get out of poverty is to engage in commercial agriculture with the Chibaro, and we have to be. Sector 2, manufacturing and artisanship. That is the second sector. Third sector, services. Hotels, tourism, transport, rumor mongering like you people here. Somebody lives by rumor mongering. This is a service. Nyangweso is speaking rumors from here, taking them around that is informing us. Most of the time is informing us. But we pay you. That Nyangweso is paid for. Okusakamulimba byonna n'asaka netumusasula. Services. Sector 3. Sector 4, it is really part of sector 3, but I like to put it separate. ICT. There is, for instance, a sector known as, an activity known as BPOs. Business processes outsourcing. Somebody can be an auditor here or an accountant, and he gets assignment from Canada, a company in Canada. They send you their books here. You arrange them properly as an accountant should do, and you send them back and they pay you. So this is the fourth sector. ICT, number one, services, number two, manufacturing and artisanship, number three, commercial agriculture, number four. There is no other way. If anybody tells you there's another way of how the young, whether you are young or old or ancient or modern, these are the four. If there's anybody who knows another sector, I have forgotten. Of course, it is government service, public service, but it is also a service. Here they call it public service. There's also political service, politicians. That is also a service. But the problem with the public service is that the jobs are very limited. The whole public service is 480,000. All of them, soldiers, policemen, spies, rumor mongers working for the government, corrupt civil servants, all of them together, 480,000. Population of Uganda is 46 million. How can the government be a solution? It's not a solution. That's why we've been telling you that even now is employing 1.2 million people. That is almost 3 times compared to agriculture is employing 3.6 million. But I have told you, I've given the example of Nyakana or Fort Portal, who is using 1 acre in commercial agriculture with the Chivaro, and he's getting very good money, and he's employing 15 people. And I've told you that if people with 1 acre, 7 million, if each one employed 15 million, it would create 105 million jobs. More jobs than all the Ugandans. Japan, through HAU. They don't have enough people to do it. If you listen, anybody in Uganda, you challenge them, you put it on the radio and say, Museveni has challenged the people. If you in another sector has forgotten, bring it up. So, this is the answer for people. Young people. We have seen young people since time immemorial. I am a former young person. I know how to be young. I know how to be middle age. I know how old. I know everything. So please, when you find our children going to Dubai, more potential for more jobs than muleka obugaga mugende okukola ng'abaddu gye mugenda. There's UN now, there's something UN is going on. Nze ndi wano mbyange. Fortunately, I've got my young people. They are there in the UN. I can send you there to the UN. Is there anyone? Okay, I'm remaining.
Otiwa, President.
The other man, Julius Mchunguzi, is now doing some work. Mongolia. Ani muzukuru
Nalongo Shamshad Naluja okuva ku Bukedde TV olw'abantu bawansi ngenda kozesa Luganda. Nki abasawo mwendo basawo naddala basawo abalabirira abaana abazaalibwa nga tebannatuuka ekiviirako bamaras abamu okufiirwa abaana baabwe oba n'obulamu bwabwe n'ebiba byennyini incubators eziteekebwamu tuyina naddala mu government facilities. Mu kino ekisanja ekitandika Mr. President ogenda kukola atya ensonga eno okuba ng'ogidde omwami?
Well, I may have to use English. Narongo will have to forgive me.
It's okay, Mr. President.
Because the NRM health plan is integrated. The rural areas, when we are fighting, but some people don't concentrate on it. And the prevention meant you take the health care up to sub-county. That health center does immunization, which very well, that's why you are all here. You show me an NRM is lame because of polio. You are not wrong with you. Because of the just one element of prevention, just immunization. But the problem is that you don't listen to the suppose you added nutrition, just educating the people what to eat, and you added hygiene, and you added careful lifestyle. You don't go for alcohol, you don't go for umaraya. And we dealt with malaria, sleeping under the bed nets. How many diseases would remain? Because most of the diseases are covered. Now, you are talking about, if you go to the health center 3, if you do antenatal, they call it antenatal, they would have seen your baby inside the womb, how the baby is. But people don't do that. So, when we started, the health center facilities were supposed to be 1 per sub-county. At that time, we had like 2,000 sub-counties. I'm sure I have not checked. But if you check, you may find that all the old sub-counties are now the old ones. The one they said don't have are the new ones. I will check it. And the reason we selected the sub-county is that it's because I know what the sub-county is. I know the ones of Ankorea, I know the ones in Ruero here, like Semuto, Gobakuzarawa, and Malongo.
Masaka Seera.
Masaka sijimanyi bulungi abana budwa na bayita mbuyisi. Na Ruero, Jemanyi. If you take like Semuto sub-county, with Makulubita, just 2 miles, Maware. From there to the boundary with Kapeka, like 3 miles. So the reason we said health center 3 at the sub-county, you could even walk. In the sub-county, you didn't even have to use means. But people don't concentrate on this. They don't listen, they don't. So if there was this proper antenatal, a lot of those ones could be avoided. but I've heard your statement about the premature and the incubators and all that. I will check. That one I don't want to talk about what I'm not sure about.
Thank you so much.
But I can tell you, if we use the prevention, you get rid of 70% of the sickness.
Neyanzanyo His Excellency amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV mugwo mukaaga lwe nali mu state house mwiga matero lye mukono te hospital abakaya bazadde kusawa mwenda bwe zuka sawa 10 Kayunga jira kasese sto amugahese amba te kwa kati tulabanga ko kigenda abakazi bera wasecho kimu kubi weyongedde n'omuzente omwana omukazi yandibadde na Would it Minister of Health? Tanzania Minister
Ani
David Ngakwane Galaxy TV.
Simanya obo mwesuguna mpayiriza simanyi kubanga kwelabira, but I don't remember very well. But fortunately now mwesuga kati nabanja lyao banje ingira mbase mwesuga kubanga obampayiriza kubanga sibijukira bulungi. But what you are saying, umanyi kindabyo wano mu Uganda kunyoma simeyo okunyoma obufayo tawuliza mwesuga soko unakolagana na banje rubanya simenye bakunyoma obaki kubanga owula mwesuga byagamba oguri mu district Mukono Jagamba is already a district hospital. Kayunga is a district hospital. The plan was decentralize all those problems to the health center 3 so that you have got less numbers. Omujuzo go ebitanda biwuddewo okusula ku lubalaza okusala in the veranda. It's because the plan was never listened to. Because how many people are giving birth in a sub-county? They are not the same numbers when you gather to, you bring all the Bakunja, you bring all the other people, they all come to Mukono. The number is bigger. So there's some issue of discipline. Mulago here, Mulago is supposed to be a referral hospital. But people turned it into a primary health care hospital. Owomusuja wekidukano agenda Mulago. Even when we built Kawempe, we built this other one, Chirudu, said, Mutanikireyo, Bona. So the issue of this, I think also the leaders don't insist. Because if there was, you count how many centers, I will check when I come in the afternoon on the right, I will talk about it. How many centers we have now? Do you have?
1,500.
And how many are the old sub-counties?
They were less than 1,000. We have a health center, we want to put health center 3s, then 2030 health center, that gives you 1,000 sub-counties, each with health unit.
Yes. So I can hear and all of you by giving you example of our time. Mom and myself were born in a place called Ruhama. Ruhama, it was all called Rwampara. What we were calling a dispensary was only one in Kinoni. Now Kinoni is 25 miles where we were born, and Rwampara would go from Baraundi and now the ones over Rwampara, Muizi, Bugamba, I don't, Bihanga can take for me in Rwama, Whamna there now, with all the prevention there. Should be for surgery at the center 4. Surgery at the center 4. But don't use it. Babuka. So they all come and. Thank you so much.
You asked for 6.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Erios Namugambe. I work with Channel 44. I will also ask mine in Luganda.
Okay.
Echange chikwata ku byanjigiriza. Wayogedde ku byenjigiriza ebyobwerere bye wateekawo naddala mu masomero aga primary. Naye mangi ku masomero gano mu byalo eyeewala abaana basomera wansi mu miti. Ate n'abasomesa ennaku zino babadde beekalakaasa nga tebalina tebasasula ssente bulungi. Netono ze balina obbasasula ate kwe balina zikubira bikonde abalimbi otya mu kisanja kulaga eno ego ate nembyalo gasinga tegali nnyo kumpi n'abayizi ogenda mu kisanja kino.
Let's see how many primary schools do we have now? Government ones. You know.
Your Excellency, we have 12,449 primary schools.
12,000.
12,000, yes, sir.
Olumuzukulu amanya g'omuzukulu abadani.
Erios Namugambe.
Na?
Namugambe.
Namugambe. Pulani ye twatandika nayo yali okufuna essomero lya gavumenti, kufuna essomero lya gavumenti erya primary Bulumuluka. Owulidde Namugambe va ku byabyalo hanga alimu okudaivatinga owuliriza ebyajjajja mwami kati you check the parishes. When we started, I remember the parishes were like 5,000.
So when we started the UPE, the parishes which had a primary school were 6,880. We now have 12,000 primary schools. So we have like double
The parishes.
I will check that.
Yes. For me, I think the parishes were about 5,000. So I think by now, all the old parishes may have already got a primary school.
We now have primary schools in 6,200 parishes.
But these are new ones.
Yeah, including the new one. All the old ones have now.
Yes.
All of them have.
Yes.
They have now exceeded all the old ones.
So the problem is again of tough because come to the microphone Namugam. So the twatandikana nkakasa nemiruka yaringa 15 I think, but we can check. And the plan was make sure there is a government primary school per parish. Abana basobole okutambula n'ebigere bagende basome bakomewo. I think now, but the local government keep increasing the parishes. But if you increase, for instance, like in our parish of Mama and myself, the one of Chikoni, we used to have one primary school somewhere there. Now they are like 4. But even if we maintained the old one, the one we had in that parish, children could have walked or cycled to the school and go back and study. But so I will check the number and answer you properly in some of the. I think the density, because what we're talking about is the density. The density of the schools is not enough. Kati abana abasomesa okubasasula, we are paying them better than the private schools. Do you know that? Emisala gye banyooma eya government. I think Mama would want to say something on that. Do you remember anything? She will check, but the Emisara, people like Tayewa know something about, you know about schools. Come and say something. How will they pay? The pay which these teachers are looking down upon in the government schools compared to what they are paid in private. The arts teachers now, the ones who are striking.
Mzee, most of the teachers in the art schools are not even paid in the schools, because and you engage with them, especially the ones in the rural schools, they are not even paid. But now the biggest quarrel with the teachers in Mzee has not been even the amount they are earning. They are only saying you have given so and so, the science much more. So we also want to take what you've given the other party. Yes, in the primary schools, for private.
How much are they paid?
Around 200,000.
Nabanje, you know something?
In the private schools, not government.
So Namugambe, guno omusala gwaffe gwe banyooma gusingira ddala kibasosola mu private schools. And regarding the difference between the scientists and the arts, it is because we want your economy to develop. In order for the economy to develop, these roads need engineers to look after them. The power stations need electrical engineers. The hospitals need doctors. The coffee and agriculture needs extension workers, scientists. So that's why we said, yes, I am a person of arts, literature, I'm a man of literature. I can quote for you Shakespeare, what Shakespeare said and all that. But when there is a problem on the road, I can't help you. So we are saying, Banange, let's start with the scientists, because they are fewer, but they are needed immediately. Later on we shall go to the arts. For them, they say no. If we all